question, what will the weather be like Friday morning?
Good question. I created a little graphic for this. So let's get us ahead of ourselves, shall we? And talk about Friday. But before we get there, Capital Chev Sky Cam, you can see we have some cloud cover, we have some blue sky, and we've had some showers, and we have the potential for on-off showers for the next couple hours, really through the evening hours, and then tomorrow as well. But yes, it will be unstable tomorrow. It looks stable for Friday. So checking out Friday for the morning hours, 7 a.m., as a lot of people like to start heading out to the parade route. 13 degrees, winds relatively calm, mainly sunny skies for the entire time of the parade till about 11, even noon. The clouds will increase in the afternoon, though, and then the winds will pick up a little bit in the afternoon. But the morning looks pretty good, pretty quiet, and 18 degrees by the end of that parade run. All right. That's a look ahead. Now let's talk about right now. We're sitting at 15 degrees in Calgary, Rocky Mountain House, 13 in Banff. And you can see just the teens for Brooks and Lethbridge as well. Medicine Hat just barely into the 20s. So we are certainly cooler than normal today. But temperatures are going to skyrocket as we go through the rest of this week and next week. We're going to be under a huge ridge of high pressure. It's going to allow heat to build in from the states where it's very hot. And we're going to notice things really, really getting hot. When you consider Stampede, all the people, the hot pavement, yeah, be prepared for some heat out there. Finally, some summer heat, I guess, for many people. They've been waiting for this. All right, so you can see the thunderstorms that have been really moving down from central Alberta right along the border here. And we had some closer to that Pincher Creek area and further south. But at this point in southern Alberta, we're not looking at any thunderstorms. We could see some develop here and there, but they should be weak in nature if we get them. But we will see some showers. In fact, rain rolling into Calgary right now, into the north end, even parts of central Calgary seeing some showers right now. We'll continue to see on and off showers as we head through the evening, and then that will quiet down. You can see that in the foothills as well. So on and off showers, certainly the possibility, Calgary and off to the west. And there's a look at the storms rolling down along the Saskatchewan border. Saskatchewan border, though, on the Saskatchewan side, dealing with warnings and watches because thunderstorms could be severe on the Saskatchewan side. On our side, though, we are looking at lightning by Provost, for example, and tracking towards the south. So Consort, you will see some of this activity in the next 20 minutes, but we're not looking at the intensity. So not looking at any hail with these systems at this point, or any severe strong wind gusts, but a good downpour and some lightning, absolutely. All right, looking at the future cast, you can see as we head through the rest of today, those showers are possible, especially out to the east and in the foothills, even through the overnight hours. Out to the east, in the foothills, the rain continues. For us in Calgary, we'll hit mostly cloudy skies. Kicking off the day tomorrow in Calgary with mostly cloudy skies, even the potential of a few showers, but smaller chance. And then thunderstorms, as you can see, back by the supper hours. That's certainly likely for tomorrow. All right, Friday, looking stable, especially for the morning hours. And looking at that Capital Chev 5-day forecast, look at how the temperatures climb. So yes, unstable for tomorrow, but stable for Friday. Maybe a few morning showers on Saturday, but mid-20s and then high 20s for Sunday and Monday. Ian?
And let's check in with Danielle again as we get a closer look at our weather. We're getting the heat coming in the next few days.
Oh, yeah, that's really going to build in. Just in time for Stampede Week, we're looking at hot, dry weather, which we're used to in many cases. We'll see some activity as well during the week, I'm sure, but at this point, it's not in the forecast for the most part. It is in the forecast for tomorrow, though. So I'm going to break it all down here. Temperatures in the teens. Yes, we are well below normal in most communities. In fact, all communities except for way up to the north where they're in the 20s. We're going to get into the 20s. In fact, in that longer range forecast, we'll even get into the 30s. But until we get there, we have an active day on tap for tomorrow as well. So you can see what's happening here. We have a lot of thunderstorms that are moving down along the Saskatchewan border. Now, on the Saskatchewan side, there are a lot of watches and warnings in place. Now, there are no watches and warnings in place here, but rotation is actually possible with some of these, so funnel clouds. All right, when we look at Calgary, we see things have died out, but we still have some showers in parts of the city right now, and we could see a few showers through the evening hours on and off. That's really the potential. We'll have more rainfall build in to the foothills off to the west through the overnight hours. Tracking off to the east, though, you can see those cells, and they're moving through Provost, coast. They're moving through Consort, Youngstown, Serial. You'll likely see some of this activity, and Hannah within the next 20 to 30 minutes. Now, by the time it gets to Youngstown and Serial, it'll probably die out quite a bit. But Hannah, you might see a bit of a storm there. And again, rotation is possible. Funnel clouds are possible with these cells. Again, in Calgary, we just have some isolated showers in the city right now. Tomorrow, though, in Calgary, it's a bit of a different story. We get into the risk of a more severe thunderstorm later in the day. Here's those showers that will build into the foothills in the overnight hours. We're looking at cloud cover for a lot of the day, even a small chance of some isolated brief showers in Calgary for the morning hours. But then as we get closer to the afternoon, we'll have the clouds increase tomorrow. And then by the supper hours, we get into the potential for thunderstorms. And some of these Calgary and up to the north here could even be severe, which means those stronger wind gusts, the potential for the larger size hail, rotation as well, and funnel clouds. All right, but that clears out for Friday morning. Friday looks very stable for parade day, so that will be nice. So you're looking at temperatures in the teens for parade day in the morning from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. with lots of sunshine, and winds will be relatively calm. Looking at that Capital Chef 5-day forecast, you can see the temperatures will be climbing. So by Saturday, mid-20s, and by the weekend, high 20s. And for Tuesday of next week, we'll likely crack that 30-degree mark. Tara?
Thank you, Danielle.
50 kilometers per hour at times this evening. That will continue for the next couple of hours before things quiet down in the overnight hours. We have showers in parts of the city right now. We have the potential of a few more showers as we go through the rest of this evening, but that activity is really starting to die out for the night at this point. Currently, we are sitting at 16 degrees as our kind of sad little daytime high. 22 is what's normal for this time of year, and 33.9 is the record for this day. So we're nowhere near the record today. We will get closer to that record as we go into next week, as we get into the 30s. Just barely, but we will get into the 30s for a couple days. It'll be a long stretch of some heat and some drier weather. All right, radar and satellite at this point, you can see the rain dying out at this point in the Calgary area, but we still have a couple isolated showers. You can see things dying out in the foothills as well. We'll have some rain back into the foothills in the overnight hours, and you can also see this thunderstorm activity. I'm going to pop out the lightning here and zoom in so you can see the cells with this. You can see by Consort, that one rolled through and is now tracking south. Youngstown, Serial, you may see some of this activity. So the main thing with this is the lightning and the downpours at this point. There have been reports of a little bit of rotation and some funnel clouds that are certainly possible. But again, these are starting to weaken as they head further south. Hannah, you'll kick stuff off with a little bit of rainfall, and then you'll get into these cells right here. Again, lightning, downpours, potentially some funnel clouds with this. All right, right now, stateside, why am I showing you this? Well, this heat that they've been dealing with stateside, especially the 30s in Salt Lake and Denver, will start to track up. We have this ridge of high pressure that will build in, especially by the weekend. And we're looking at getting some of that heat that will move on in. And again, it will start to build over us. And we'll notice a huge increase in temperatures, finally feeling like summer weather as we go through this longer range forecast. Here's your Capital Chev 10-day trend. You can see just 21 for tomorrow, so pretty much normal, a little above normal by the time we get into Friday. And Friday looks pretty stable. By Saturday, we get unstable in the morning hours, but then we get into a longer stretch of stable weather that will last in through the weekend, through early next week, and that will carry our temperatures by Tuesday of next week to 30 degrees. Tara?
Thank you, Danielle.